Hello, everyone. How are you all enjoying Microsoft Ignite so far? I'm really excited to have all of you here today joining us for this fun and quick session on Microsoft Communities. Before we jump into the session, a little bit of the code of conduct. Just ask us nice questions and behave and be nice to each other, just like you are to your friends and family. With that being said, today we have a diverse panel of speakers, and you will get to hear about our exciting community programs from both Microsoft program managers and directly from the community members themselves. Speakers will introduce themselves as we go through the presentation, and we'll kind of drive you through quite some exciting content. So to start us off, this session is going to be focused on communities and then communities at Microsoft, and specifically in Central and Eastern Europe. And I'd like to introduce myself as Martin Tatar. I'm a community program manager for our Microsoft Most Valuable Professional and Regional Director community programs. We usually abbreviate them as MVP and RD. And I'm based in Prague, Czech Republic, lived all over the world, and it's an honor to be speaking with you today. Thank you for joining our session, for being here. Feel free to ask the questions in the chat. We'll try to answer them as we go. So let me ask you, when you hear the word community, you're going to hear it a lot in this presentation. Maybe you can count. Someone can count how many. Let's go with, I guess, 60 at least. But when you hear the word community, what comes to your mind? How would you define it? How would you define the word and the topic, the theme of community? Maybe just drop some ideas or definitions in the chat as we go here, or think about it at least. The word itself has many definitions, and it covers a broad range of topics. It's a big word. It started all the way when we were all living in caves, right? In our cave communities, and it never ended right there. So it's a big topic. But one definition that really resonated with me was from this book, Get Together. It's this community book, and I'll just read it out. It says, "True communities are simply groups of people who keep coming together over what they care about." And it's pretty much saying that you come together with people when you have a shared purpose. And I believe that all of you are part of some community, whether you like it or not. If you're not, then try to join a community. I'm pretty sure you're all part of a community. Even your family is a community. But I think it's really important to be part of a community, especially in 2021. And that's our topic for today. We want to show you the communities we have at Microsoft. And really at Microsoft, we're also one big family, and we're a community that is here to try to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more, right? And that's our shared purpose, and we come together as a team, internally and externally, to try to deliver on this shared purpose. And you see here just a bunch of photos and a bunch of text, but I've been at Microsoft for 10 years and traveled the whole world and met different communities. You can see here in Prague, Texas, Nairobi, Kenya, Costa Rica, Seattle, and Japan, Tokyo. And we've always come together regardless of our backgrounds, and we've always had a shared purpose, whether that was training or delivering presentations or meeting customers. And we always had fun, and that was it. We just felt like we were part of a group. And you can see I'm injured today, and it's fell off my bike. But it's been wonderful to be part of this community, because I've gotten hundreds of messages, hundreds of postcards and signs of love, and it really meant a lot. And I'm thankful for that because of this community. So just kind of think about your communities and what they mean to you, and then I'll pass over the word to Elisaveta to talk to us a little bit more about the Microsoft communities we have. Thank you.
Thanks, Martin. I'm so excited to be part of this session today. Hello, everyone. My name is Elisaveta. I am based in Athens, Greece, and I work with Microsoft Education team in Central and Eastern Europe. My daily work is dedicated to helping the universities and faculties from Europe complete their digital transformation journey and be part of the new modern university. Now, 2 years ago, I started leading the student ambassador community, another count on the word that Martin said we should count today. And this community, for this community, I would like to tell you more today. Namely, Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors community, the program is a global one, which helps university students that are interested in technology to connect with their peers, learn from practical experience, and teach others about the topics that drive them. Student ambassadors are passionate tech influencers who want to amplify their impact among the global community. In CEE, or Central and Eastern Europe, we have nearly 350 ambassadors coming from 34 different countries. The leaders of every country and gold level members are the main stakeholders for our CEE community. I am the one leading this one together with a larger team, and we are dedicated on supporting the students in their career, developing their tech and social skills, and preparing them for their interviews and their future jobs. Here on the photos to the right, you can see that we have regular online meetings, we have special guests from the business, and we invite HR recruiters to get connected to them and help with their career needs, opportunities. We also invite cloud advocates who are mentoring the students on our technology, and we are also connecting the students with the MVPs across Europe where they get hands-on learning experience on the technology. One of these student ambassadors is here with me today, and he will share his personal journey and story. His name is Tomasz, and Tomasz, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Elisaveta. As you said, it is a great pleasure to be here and actually to present my journey, or better to say, my story. And I would like to tell you this story of how I became a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and how I actually got into the company itself. Because like I think like the story is the base understanding of everything. Basically, if you tell a story if you tell an amazing story, people will always remember that regarding the topic or anything else. And the stories always brings communities together. So that's another count to the word count. But to start somewhere, I started as a high school student here in our local program for high school students in Slovakia, and that's called Student Training Center, where I learned where I learned about Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors. And like it's basically like a little mini version of the student ambassadors. So when I was graduating the student training center, I really hoped that I would get the chance to be a part of the student ambassadors community. And actually, it became true. I applied through a website, as you can do now or whenever in time of the year, and get accepted into the community. And at the first sight, it was a bit overwhelming because there is a lot of things going on. But you will get used to it, you get used to it like in a new job or something like that. Because there is a lot of events from the ambassadors, a lot of connections you can make, and a lot of stories that you can hear from others as well. As you can see on the picture there, in the first row, there is our Slovak community, which I actually co-lead with the Patrick, and he's in the center, and also helping Elisaveta with others to actually drive some action in the CE region. And it doesn't only have to be like something technical, or you don't have to be like a really technical person. You can engage in a lot of different projects in the student ambassador community, like marketing or social media and etc. And that's what I actually love to do, and what actually brings me to this program, because I love technology, but I'm not a programmer, but I love like graphic design and so on. And there is always a room to learn and upgrade in the community, either with others or with your local peers that you have there, as you can connect on them, like really a regional or a college level. You make a group at your university and so on. And it's a really like worldwide community. You can connect with everyone. Let's say that you will be traveling abroad, you can always find an ambassador somewhere near you, and that's a great connection. That's great first connection you can have in that country or on the university. Um, The one thing that I would advise to you all who would like to become a part of this community is to be active and to do what you like and to do what you love, because only that way you can reach your goals and your objectives. Because if you're not doing something that you like, it's like, okay, I'm doing something because I'm doing something. You don't put an extra from you to that project or to that job. And that all brought me together to actually becoming a part of Microsoft, a part of the Microsoft Surface team here in CEE. And right now I'm acting as a Surface commercial product marketing manager. So I'm really seeing the whole community and the whole like management from the other side. And I see a lot of effort that all of us have to put together to maintain this community as beautiful as it is. And the one square that is empty there is for a reason, and that's because there's always something you have to find yourself, because you cannot copy someone other. You always have to be unique, someone original and special to actually achieve maybe a goal to be a student ambassador. And that will be all from me. Thank you for joining, and I'll hand over to Cristina to tell you more about other communities.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cristina Gonzalez. I'm a community program manager at Microsoft. Have been working with communities for several years. And I do work or represent two different community programs from Microsoft in the region. And I'm working very closely with my colleague, Martin Tatar, who presented himself at the beginning of the meeting. And Microsoft is constantly engaging with the technical community in many different ways. Microsoft has plenty of opportunities for developers and IT pros around the world, and of course from Central and Eastern Europe, to connect through the Microsoft Tech Community site, for example, and different events and other opportunities such as this event as well, Microsoft Ignite. And in the community, we have some individuals who outstand because of their skills and their ability to connect with others, people who are really taking the lead, making people come together, sharing their technical knowledge in multiple ways. Many of them drive community groups. They write technical articles, post content. They are very, very active. They are super, super experts at least one technical community. And because of the impact and the way that they have to help others to grow and learn, Microsoft grants them the award that is called the MVP, Most Valuable Professional Award, to recognize the great work that they do in the community. So we currently have 262 MVPs in Central and Eastern Europe across 22 different countries. And they are sharing their knowledge and building communities around all Microsoft technologies. So if you like to know more about them, so I encourage you to go to the mvp.microsoft.com site and have a look and learn who are the MVPs nearby and which communities they are leading. So you will find MVPs speaking at technical events, industry conferences. They will be also running meetup communities or online events. Many of them have own blogs, are publishing books. They're very active in social media as well, so you can easily recognize them as the main experts in your area. And if you're interested to contribute, you can connect with them, or you can maybe take some of the examples that they are giving or get inspired by them. And who knows, maybe one day you can become a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional as well. And the second community program run by Microsoft is the Microsoft Regional Director Program. Through the Microsoft Regional Director program, Microsoft recognized the world, the work and the impact that exceptional experts and recognized voices of the industry are having in many different countries, also in Central and Eastern Europe. So you can see that we have 20 regional directors in the region today. Probably we will have more coming soon as well. And so Microsoft connect with regional directors to get their advice, to get their feedback, to hear, you know, what's going on in the industry, because they usually are very, very much in knowledge, not only technically, but also they are exceptional business leaders, entrepreneurs, consultants who can provide the technical and the business insights that Microsoft needs to be successful in the industry. And they are also sharing a lot of knowledge and connecting communities, helping the developers and the IT pro in many IT professionals in many different countries to grow and learn and to connect with each other and gain the knowledge that they need to progress in their professional careers. So if you like to know who they are and where to find them, you can visit rd.microsoft.com and learn more about the Microsoft Regional Director Program. And with that, I will pass the word to Catherine Recker, who is a recently awarded Microsoft MVP from Kazakhstan, and she will tell you more about this.
Thank you, Cristina. Hello, everyone. First of all, it's a big honor for me to give my 5-minute TED Talk at such a top conference. And thank you, everyone, for joining. My name is Ekaterina Rehert, or Catherine Record, if you prefer. I am Microsoft Most Valuable Professional in Kazakhstan, one and only at the moment. And I'm here today to share my story and also talk about how you can become a Microsoft MVP one day, regardless of where you are today. And I apologize, they decided to clean the street at the perfect time with vacuum cleaners near my window. I hope these sounds will not bug you. As you can see from this slide, my story began as a ballerina. From the first to the last grade, I was studying at Classical Gymnasium of Arts, and I was doing choreography. So not a typical background for IT person. And then I studied economics, and I'm trying to keep this long story short. One day I discovered Microsoft Power BI, and that technology changed my life. To before and after, I fell in love in what Power BI can do. And it also gave me a lot of opportunities, change my career from data science to from economics to analytics and data science, get jobs at companies like Microsoft, and further, I founded a community which is called CEE BI community, or
Oh, you got muted, Catherine.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, great.
I just shared the link in the chat for BI community in Kazakhstan. Please join us. There are mostly Russian speakers, and if you're a Russian speaker, it will be very beneficial for you. And due to recognize my efforts building that community and a lot of public events that I've done, sharing my Power BI and other analytics knowledge using Microsoft technologies. This year I received this prestigious award, Microsoft Most Valuable Professional. And now I wanted to talk about you, how you or anyone can become Microsoft MVP. Can you please type in the chat, what is your current background? Where are you coming from? Like, what are you doing today? Maybe marketing, maybe something else. what are you doing, and while are you typing, I wanted to assure you that whatever is your background today, whatever you are doing, it is a perfect background for an MVP. You may not recognize it, but every day you are using certain technologies, you interact with them, you already have ideas of what you like and what you maybe don't like, how you can improve them. You probably already mentored your coworkers about how to use Excel or some other technologies. And if you are interested in it, passionate about it, and also are willing to share that knowledge, then it's all you need. Then you just need to start, document these activities, start to share whatever you know, start to share whatever you experience using these technologies, giving tips to others. And I really liked how Tomasz said in his talk that you don't need to copy any other MVP, because path to an MVP can be different as well as to the student ambassador. You can share in many different ways. You can give talks at conferences like that or other conferences. You can give workshops. You can do TikTok, and that actually will be really helpful to reach younger audiences. You can do Instagram. You can do YouTube, whatever is whatever works for you, or you can contribute to open source. Any way you can share your knowledge is perfect, and I strongly encourage you to do that. And in case you need any tips or help, if you are interested in MVP, please feel free to reach out to me through that community. And at the very beginning, when I just became MVP, I felt like I was drinking from fire hose. 6 months after that, I'm still feeling the same. If you become an MVP, you will get resources, events, and you will become a part of such a wonderful community of top experts. And that's gonna be great. So I strongly advertise MVP. Thank you for listening. Hope you, some of you will become MVPs one day. And I will pass it on to Rafał.
Hey, great. Thank you, Katerina. So my name is Rafał, and let's talk about developer communities. So you previously heard great stories about student ambassadors or MVPs and RDs. So let me share with you my personal story. So I'm in Microsoft for 13 years right now, and I'm now responsible for working with developers and in Central and Eastern Europe. But looking back at my university background, I'm in fact developer, or I should rather say that I used to be developer. I studied software engineering, and during that time I wanted to be a coder. And to be more precise and having in mind my introversion, I wanted to be a cave troll. So sitting alone in my room with my keyboard, writing a code. But something unexpectedly happened. At my university, I found the info about .NET user group meeting, and I started to be a member of it. Then after a couple of months, I became a leader of this group unexpectedly, and I joined Microsoft Student Partner Program, which was the grandparent of the Student Ambassador Program. And why am I talking about it? Because this was the first time, in fact, that I discovered the power of community. I found great people there with whom I could just talk about our passion, people I could teach something. I love to teach, but which is more important, at least for me, I found people much experienced than me from whom I learned a lot. I also started to think that they maybe are more options outside, that there is a different world outside that I haven't seen before. So the side effect of these community meetings was that I started to think about different options than just sitting alone with my code. So for me, it was a beginning of the fascinating journey and transformation of myself. And without even knowing it, I started to create my own network of contacts. It was before LinkedIn, Facebook, and all the other social medias. And it was another great side effect of community meetings. And in fact, it leads me to my first job as a community manager in Microsoft. So I spent a whole professional life, let's say like this, in Microsoft because of the Microsoft Student Partner Program. So many years have passed since then, and I still believe in communities. And that is why I urge you right now to become a member of our great Microsoft Dev community. And how to do it? In my opinion, there are 3 easy steps. So first is to find a proper community or user group that fits you. You can use Azure Tech Group page to search for them, or any other source like meetups.com and so on. The next step for me is to be up to date with technology, to become active listener at first, and then the real community contributor. So you can register to Microsoft Source newsletter, for example. This is the one way, and you will be in touch with technology, and you will find there a real tech meet deep dive knowledge. I promise it's not a marketing newsletter, it's a technical newsletter, and you will find the info about community events there as well. And last but not least, it's not only about reading and hearing about technology, but to start to use real tools, services, and become contributors. So great link to start with is our Azure Developers Guide. You'll find there examples, code repositories, and so on. So to summarize it, so you can see that there's nothing to fear about communities. Try it, you'll find the power of it. And with that message, Martin, back to you right now.
Thanks, Rafael. Trying to answer questions here and monitor the chat. So this brings us to 3 minutes left in our presentation, and really amazing story. So I told you all to think about how you would define communities, and you could see there were so many different stories from all parts of the world, and that's what's exciting and beautiful. So thank you to all of you for sharing your stories. As you were speaking, we shared all the links in the chat for the audience. I would say we have more resources for you in your community. We have a website called learn.microsoft.com. This is our learning portal where you can learn on your own pace and schedule. You can become Microsoft certified. You can watch live and recorded events. You can also learn in your native language with your community. And then we also have a website called docsmicrosoft.com. And this is also where you will find all the latest and greatest documentation, articles, and code samples Microsoft offers, including training, learning, code repositories, Q&As, tech forums. And here's just a couple of resources. These are all in the local Russian language, and these links, but they're in any language. And with that being said, I know we have someone asking for us to share contact. So if you go to the session on Ignite on the website, you will have the speaker bio and speaker list, so you can find it there. And then if the speakers want, you can drop your LinkedIn in the chat. But with that being said, we made it right on time. We appreciate your time with us. Your feedback is important, so go to the Microsoft Ignite evals, give us a good rating. Keep the conversation going, keep the conversation flowing, and continue asking questions. This was just a brief overview of all of the amazing communities we have, starting from the Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador community all the way to MVPs and regional directors and developers. So I would say that's it. I know there's one more question in the chat here that might have got answered. It was a big, long question, Elisaveta. I don't know if you wanted to comment on that in the chat, but other than that, that's it. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, and keep thinking about what community you're part of and what is it doing for the world and for your local community. Thank you, everyone.